First on KOMO, prosecutors finally filed charges over a destructive protest at UW nearly a year ago.
This is something that can remain on people's records potentially and have long-lasting impacts for them.
KOMO digs into the counts against dozens of people and asks prosecutors why they can't seek more serious charges.
Ultimately, every person will have their own definition of what is justice, but these are the charges that we can file.
100 days and counting until the kickoff of the 2026 FIFA World Cup.
The city is prepared and excited to welcome the world to our beautiful city.
The colorful way the city of Seattle is preparing to welcome fans from around the world, and what else is planned for the global soccer tournament. And later at 6:30, bus shelters used for drug activity.
And I pick up needles and then foil that you can see has residue of fentanyl. So you know that's getting carried onto the buses as well.
Tonight, how people in one neighborhood are fighting back and how they hope to get city and county leaders to respond. KOMO News at 6 o'clock starts now. First on KOMO here at 6, King County prosecutors have charged 33 people for their alleged roles in a takeover of a UW engineering building, an investigation that spanned 10 months. Good evening, I'm Preston Phillips.
And I'm Molly Shen. The UW said the politically charged occupation and vandalism caused close to $1 million in damage. But no one is facing consequences yet for that destruction. KOMO senior reporter Chris Daniels sat down with King County prosecutors to talk with them about this key decision. Joins us here in the studio with more.
Molly and Preston, prosecutors acknowledge there are going to be people that are happy with the charging decision and others who are not after more than 300 days of deliberation.
These are the 33 people that King County prosecutors say went inside the UW's Interdisciplinary Engineering Building last May and took it over, well past posted school hours, and refused to leave. All organized as the Students United for Palestinian Equal Rights, or SUPER UW. They've all been charged with criminal trespass in the first degree. Prosecutors say officers arrested each one on a second floor of the building.
We believe we can prove that all these defendants either entered or knowingly remained in the building unlawfully.
But prosecutors declined to file felony charges despite the $1 million worth of damage, noting the UW lacked eyewitness or surveillance video and recovered electronic devices yielded no evidence.
How do you answer that?
Yeah, I mean, I think that that's frustrating for the entire community to have something damaged like that, have a significant dollar amount, and not be able to file charges.
To prove the elements of the malicious mischief in the first degree, we must prove that a specific defendant caused physical damage to the property.
A UWPD lieutenant had acknowledged, according to an email obtained by a public disclosure request, that he believed two groups were involved in the occupation and destruction because no hammers, pry bars, or similar tools were recovered, or latent prints and a small number of markers were found in the backpacks, and their colors did not match the graffiti observed on the walls and mural. That criticized Boeing for its ties to Israel. Ann Sarna is a co-founder of the UW Jewish Alumni Association.
And we were worried that, maybe nothing would come of it. And so I guess, at least something has happened. But overall, we're disappointed that there wasn't a more serious felony charge of vandalism, since there was $1 million worth of damage done.
Dan Clark is King County's chief criminal deputy.
Is there any sort of statute here about a potential hate crime?
There's politically protected speech, and then there's hate crime, and this did not cross over onto that line of hate crime.
University of Washington spokesperson Victor Balta issued a statement to KOMO News acknowledging 23 students were charged, but they've served suspensions, and the misdemeanor proceedings would not impact their academic standings. He also called the criminal charges an important step in ensuring accountability.
So, Chris, is the bottom line here just that UW could not prove who did the damage?
Yes, they didn't have surveillance cameras at the time inside the IEB. They do now. But also the other evidence that was recovered, cell phones, hard drives. Apparently there was nothing on any of those devices forensically that could tie any of those students or any of those people to that particular crime of vandalism.
Chris, thank you.
Well, we will stay on top of the newest developments in this story, and you can follow along too. Just download the free KOMO News app for the latest headlines, plus weather and traffic alerts. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel, where you'll find extended interviews and complete video.